Hey guys, how's it going? Blessius here. I've been thinking about making this video for a while, and I've been thinking about it. I was up all night thinking about it and if I should do it or not. But I really wanted to talk to you and be honest to you about how YouTube is for me and why I am relaunching my Patreon. Now, ever since I was like really small, I've always had a Patreon page, but I've always treated it like a just a tip jar. Just like, hey, if you want to contribute, I'm very appreciative. But right now, it's more than needed from that point. If you don't know, I've been doing YouTube and Twitch full-time since November of last year, and I loved it. It is seriously the best thing in the world, and I freaking love it. For those that don't know, back in the day, from age 18 to 25, I was in radio and I loved it. My first ever radio job was the best job in the world. I lived to work there. Then I took a job in a different state, and the job wasn't as cool, but it was radio-ish, and I still loved it. I met my fiance and moved to Memphis, Tennessee. There, I worked as a restaurant marketing guy for a local fast food chain, and it was early hours. Wasn't the funnest thing in the world, and that entire year I kind of strived on making my YouTube channel, and when I could take the leap to do YouTube full-time, I jumped for it. And since I've been doing it, it's been just the greatest thing in the world. It's a combination of radio things like talking, it's video editing, it's photoshopping. It's just the best thing in the world, and I love it. When I'm not creating content, it kills me. It kills me because I always want to be doing something, whether it's streaming or making a video, and I am so appreciative to anyone who is here or supporting me by watching a video, watching a stream, leaving a comment. You don't know how much that means to me. Now, April was my best month ever on the YouTubes, and that apparently is when the YouTube adpocalypse happened. You've probably seen thousands of content creators just talk about it, and you're probably asking yourself, Bless, why talk about it now? Well, YouTube is just so weird, and I was thinking it would bounce back. So April was my best month ever, and then you see a little decline, which I knew because, you know, Age of Triumph was wrapping up, but then there was this just point close to halfway through May, and it's just been a solid nosedive with earnings, with just YouTube algorithms, and I'm just like, okay, this sucks, but I'm just gonna wait it out and hope that YouTube fixes itself. May was tough. June was just terrible. And the start of July is frightening for me because I could sneak past June by thanks to the Twitch gods. And it sucks that I feel like I just have to get lucky with YouTube just to be able to win the algorithm. And I don't know what it is with YouTube's earnings because I'm earning less than half of what I would. And when I say less than half, I am not even kidding you. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if it's because I'm playing a game that's rated T for teen, if it's Destiny. It's just, it is frightening with the brand safety stuff because I know it's in effect, and I removed any context of when I make a video of guns, rifles, grenades, warlock with swords. God forbid you make a video about Red Death. You can't monetize that. I know a content creator that made a video like that, and he couldn't even monetize it. At least YouTube's being upfront with him that he's not going to be able to place a simple ad in front of it. But you know, I feel bad making this video and talking about this because I feel kind of ashamed because I don't want to make this video. I really don't. And I've been nervous to do it. I've had anxiety the entire day today because I've just been thinking about this and I don't want to do it. But I figured if I make a Patreon page that has some rewards I can give back to you guys in the littlest amount that I could for your help during this period of time, I would do it. And you know me, I'm a potato. I can't do trials carries in Destiny. I can't do raid carries because I hardly raid. And I get carried through both of those activities in Destiny. But I do want to have something to give back to you guys. And one of the simplest things that I could do is once a month, I will give away one of these taco plushies so you can satisfy your holy taco urges. That is just one way that I'm going to give back. There's other things which it could be featuring your name during my end slates as thanks. It could be, I have a plethora of things. I edited and revamped my entire Patreon page. So if you would like to give and contribute and help, carry the back of this YouTube channel in these troublesome months, jeez, it would be very appreciated. If you can't, I totally understand. I 1000% just appreciate if you watched a video in the past couple months, whether you commented or liked or you disliked. Thank you, because if it's not for you, I would not be able to do this and not be able to. It sounds cheesy, but right now I am just doing the best thing for me. And I love this. And for me, this doesn't feel like work. And I know it's weird to some that it's work. And I know a lot of people think, oh, you just play video games all day. Correction, I play Destiny for about 20 minutes, then I edit for about 4 hours, and then I'll probably do that with another game, and then stream for 4 hours. It's a little bit more than you think it is, but you don't understand the other aspect of this. Last year, I was working a job that I didn't enjoy, answering to a boss that didn't like me. Now, the head boss liked me, but the boss I had to answer to was always sharp and made me feel like I was just doing things wrong the entire time. And I don't know if you can relate to that. It was just a job I hated. So when I had the opportunity to jump into this, I was just heaven sent. And the fact that, I could be able to, pay my bills, pay rent, and get a pizza on a Friday and just be like, whew, life is good for this month. That was just amazing for me. And then, just live the dream. And I don't know if you've seen one of my previous videos, but the past couple months have been very hard on me and my fiance. My fiance, she's been having some family emergencies. She's been having to go back to South Carolina and visit. Next month, she's going to be in and out for a lot of actually probably most of the month. And it's been incredibly hard on her and me. And, during the times, I made a video and I kind of just pulled back on uploading. I uploaded every day on YouTube, but it just hurt me so much that, like I'm hurting for her. And, she goes to work. I know she's upset. And I come in here and I try to do work, and you're just slapped in the face by the thing that's keeping you sane when you see that just because you pulled back any little bit, you're hurt even worse on YouTube with whether it's stats or earnings. So that is my honest to God feelings about YouTube and earnings and my personal life, and I'm sorry to lay that all on you. I live in Memphis. All my friends are back home in Pennsylvania, and it's hard to get in touch with anyone, and it's hard. So it kind of feels good to vent. So bottom line, if you would like to contribute at all, I am very appreciative of you. Patreon.com/Blessius. Also, guys, if you can't, I totally understand. Believe me, your support with the channel is more than I could ever ask for. Whether it's a like, a dislike, a comment, or you just lurking on a video, I really appreciate that. For anyone out there that truly enjoys my content, thank you so incredibly much. I'm sorry for taking up all your time. Thank you for having the patience to bear with me as I get all this off my chest. I was very nervous and I was very just anxiety ridden about making this video. And I kind of feel ashamed that I am making a video that's dedicated just to Patreon, just because I never wanted to definitely do that. All I hope is that YouTube can bounce back between now and September when Destiny 2 gets rolling, and when everything just gets back, I can just deactivate the Patreon and Until then, I'll be having stuff on Patreon, whether it's weekly updates, whether it's weekly behind the scenes, or how I showed how to make a thumbnail or my setup or anything like that. I'll definitely be doing weekly updates on my Patreon page as well. So I plan to not cut back any content that I'm doing, but give you guys a little bit extra. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me. Until next time, Cowabunga.